Hey, what's up, guys? So, some of you may know this, some of you might not, but over the weekend on Friday night, I think it was, Gary Vaynerchuk, who is supposed to be on vacation, was texting his team basically, and he had the idea to launch a GaryVee Wine Club. And within a few minutes, he decided, all right, let's just put this out there and see if it picks up traction. And over the last weekend, he's launched it from his own accounts. His team's emails have just been blowing up from demand. And so basically, the way that this wine club works is you pay $50 a month for either 4, 6, or 12 months, and then you receive a wine box containing, wines. It'll be like a surprise. But the idea being you receive like $100 worth of retail value on these wines each month. His goal is to launch it to 5,000 beta testers. First wine box goes out in October. It's August 20th. So that gives them like 40 days to put this together. And anyways, this is super interesting because this is the definition of launching a minimum viable product. And Gary is obviously the head of VaynerMedia. And so the people that he sells to on a consistent basis and his sales process is very much enterprise B2B, Fortune 500, Fortune 100, Fortune 50 companies, which that sales process doesn't really apply to 99.9% of marketers or entrepreneurs or any of us really at all. And so he doesn't really do a lot of B2C sales or smaller, lower ticket sales. And so anytime he does sales like that, it's really interesting to watch. And anytime he does a product launch like this, it's A, super rare, and B, very, very interesting to watch and see how he does it. And I was really fascinated by the way that he launched this product, and that's what we're going to get into here in just a couple minutes. Because it's the definition of minimum viable product. There's not even a landing page for this. And the response that he's gotten is just astronomical. And to be fair, the reason he's gotten such a great response is because he is Gary Vee, right? He has an organic following of millions. So it's much easier for him to do this, but this is just a really great case study on how to launch a product in a way that does not cost any money or take more than 30 minutes of time and planning and thought. It's really pretty incredible. So I wish I would have screenshotted some of these in real time. This was done yesterday, and so I missed some of his original screenshots. But basically, his process was he was texting his team. He has his team in a group chat on his phone. He was texting them basically a list of specs that he wanted this wine club to be, which is basically bullet points and features and benefits and selling the wine club and how awesome it was going to be. And you could tell in the texting, he was excited about it. This is going to be awesome. We're going to provide $100 worth of value. It's going to blow people's minds, yada, yada, yada. And it's kind of like a little sales pitch, which is what I think probably while he was doing it, he was thinking about. And then what he did is he screenshotted that and he posted that on Snapchat with a simple highlighted text. And then I'll show you these screenshots. Idea time with the team. Want to launch a wine club. Who's in? Just email me how many months you're in for $50. And he posted that on Snapchat and he posted that on Instagram stories, and that was it. And I think he also posted it on Twitter actually. And it's just a screenshot of the text with his team. And let me show you what that looked like, and we'll go through and then we'll discuss why I think it worked so well, especially with his audience. So this is not the Snapchat, obviously. I didn't take a screenshot of the Snapchat, but this is the image. This is on Twitter, a screenshot of his tweet, and this is the image that he used on Snapchat, which if you can see, shoot, this angle kind of sucks, but basically you can see there, this is him texting his team, GaryVee Wine Club, super simple, no options, $50 a month. You get different wines, and it's either a sick deal or stunning new find or something really hot and hard to find. And so this is just kind of selling. These two images here just kind of are him selling the team, which are also selling anyone who's reading it. And then over here he just has a call to action. If you're interested, email me, Gary@VaynerMedia.com. And that worked out really, really well for the first 24 hours. And he saw, from all accounts, he saw a pretty massive a pretty massive response. He was joking that his assistant Tyler's inbox was just blown up by people who were interested. And so then he put, like, after that, after there was some initial demand, he put some more thought into it, created this. This is on Instagram stories, and it's a swipe up to join the beta release, and he ended up creating a Google Docs, which we'll take a look at here. He created a Google Doc form so that people could stop emailing and actually put in their own information. And then this is him on Snapchat later. Swipe up, I made a form for the wine club instead of email. So you swipe up and then you go to that Google Doc. And then this was a video that he did on Instagram stories and also posted the same thing to Snapchat. This was him right before he gave a speech. And it was just him joking with D-Rock, asking D-Rock if he was going to join the wine club. And then just promoting more awareness for his wine club. And then the next morning, this is Saturday morning, and this is just basically like, man, I'm so excited about this, which is, I'm sure he was, but it also had the dual purpose of showing that, hey, a lot of people are interested in this product, and so you should check it out. And then you can see this is like the first one of the day, and then the next one, if I remember right, is a swipe up to view the order form. And so that order form is just a bit.ly/GaryVee Wine Club, which is just the Google Docs. Now, this is all it looks like. Very, very simple. What's your name? What's your number? What's your email? What state are you in, obviously, because there's some legality issues with shipping wine in the mail by state, like Texas doesn't allow it. And then do you want 4, 6, or 12 months? Submit. And I'm sure they take care of payment details next month. The cool thing is, because they used Bitly, by actually typing in the bit.ly/Gary Vaynerchuk and then putting a plus at the end, and this is true of any Bitly link, you can actually see the click stats on this link. And so you can see that in the last, what is this? Let's see. In the last 24, for a little more than 24 hours, they've had this Google form up online. And in a little less than 24 hours, they've had just under 9,000 clicks to this Google form. So let's do the math on that real quick. And remember, this is like a very, very simple, bare bones. Only people who are engaged with Gary on organic social are seeing this. I did some looking. There's no ads being run. This isn't even mentioned on Wine Library's website. And so these are very warm clicks. Like, these clicks have high potential to convert because in all the social media, Gary flat out said, this is a beta. There's no options. It's $50 a month. Are you in? So let's say that 9,000 people clicked on it and just only 20% of them actually converted and intend to enroll, which I think is a pretty low conservative number. That's 1,800 people in the last 24 hours who have said that they want to spend $50 a month, which is 90 grand in revenue per month for a minimum of 4 months in the last 24 hours. Now, I don't care who you are, that's a pretty damn successful product launch. And it's pretty incredible, really. And I think it works so well for a couple different reasons, actually. Reason number one is because GaryVee's GaryVee, right? Like, that just is what it is. We can't all duplicate that. He has a massive following. Reason number two is, and I'm going to cover this in a second video, Gary does a really, really fantastic, best in the world job of capturing people's attention on one platform and then funneling them to another platform and funneling them to another platform. Like, if you watch any of his content, you'll see that on every single channel that he puts out, he mentions his content in another place, which incentivizes you to go check that out, right? Even though it's all pretty much the same content, you feel like it's different when you're consuming it. And so what Gary did a really good job of here was feeling like he let people in on a secret by not just coming out and saying, hey, everyone, I want to launch a wine club. Who's interested? Click here. I'm sure that still would have been successful because it's Gary, but by making it more of like an over-the-shoulder, like experiential, like backdoor kind of pre-launch beta process by taking an actual screenshot of him discussing this with his team and then just saying like who wants in. That's a much more engaging product launch experience for me as a consumer than if I were to see a video of Gary standing here filming a video going, oh, hey guys, I want to launch a wine club for $50 a month. If you're interested, email me. Like, I don't think that would have been as successful. And so I think the main takeaways here are that A, when you're launching a new product, if there's demand for it, you don't need to go super crazy, especially if it's just an idea. Like, you can keep it super minimum viable product. And as long as you make it like an engaging experience for your target market, if there's demand for it, it's going to be successful. Potentially even more successful than if you like actually went out of your way to push and sell. And you know, like that's pretty much it. Like over a weekend, Gary launched the revenue stream. Granted, the margins aren't going to be great on it, but he launched the revenue stream that brings in, you know, he wants to launch to a minimum of 5,000 people. So 5,000 people at $50 a month is $250,000 a month. That's, you know, 2.8, $3 million a year, something like that. Yeah, $3 million a year, I think. Doesn't matter. A lot of money, a lot more money than a lot of people make. And he launched it using literally the simplest, but at the same time, brilliant product launch strategy I've ever really seen. Probably one of the most successful product launches I've ever seen. And he did it completely on the mobile phone, which is pretty incredible. And so, yeah, I just wanted to film this video mainly because I was really interested in it, and I was kind of doing some reverse engineering of how he was driving this engagement and this awareness. It was super effective, obviously. I mean, the data shows that it was super effective. 9,000 clicks to his order form, 9,000 highly targeted clicks to his order form in the last 24 hours that he didn't pay a dime for. I mean, that goes to show you right there the potential for a direct ROI from a quote-unquote personal brand. So I thought that was super interesting. I would love it if you'd leave a comment below letting me know what you think. And also, if you can in your business apply any of these strategies to your own products and services. I know that I've personally taken some notes, and I plan on trying and testing some of this for my own stuff. So I'd love it if you'd leave a comment. As always, if you found value in this video, please subscribe. Please check out my other videos. You're going to love them if you love this one. Yeah, thanks guys. Keep hustling.